Alright, today we're doing 6-4, so I'm going to find that assignment. I've posted 2 YouTube videos that explain converting decimals to percentages and fractions to percentages if you want to deepen your understanding of this. I have the study guide instructions right here, so I'm going to open that in a new window. And then I also have the assignment problems, which I've already opened in a new window. And then I have the assignment problems answer sheet that I've attached for you. And so go over the instructions. So a percent is a ratio that compares a number to 100. I've always said percent is out of 100 when talking to you in class. Number 1, the example says express the percent as a fraction. So if I have 65%, then I write 65 out of 100. And then I simplify that fraction or reduce it. 65 and 100 are both divisible by 5. 65 divided by 5 is 13. 100 divided by 5 is 20. So 65 out of 100 is 13 out of 20. For number 2, it says express the percent as a decimal. So if you have 150%, you could write that as a fraction. 150 out of 100. You could put that in a calculator like it says right here, divide by 100. And then you remove the percentage sign because it's no longer written in that format. So I'll go to my calculator if I want to. 150 divided by 100 equals 1.5, like it says. Okay, number 3 says express the fraction as a percent. So if I have 3 out of 20, you might notice an issue right away because it's not out of 100. So what you have to do is you have to turn this fraction into something out of 100. I can do that by figuring out how many times the denominator fits into 100. 20 fits into 100 5 times. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Then I multiply the bottom by 5, then I multiply the top by 5. And 3 times 5 is 15. So I got 15 out of 100. Perfect. Since percents are out of 100 and I'm supposed to write this as a percent, I write 15%. For number 4, it says express the decimal as a percent. So we have 3.17. We just have to multiply it by 100. And then instead of having a decimal, then we have this percentage sign. So we can go to our calculator, go 3.17 times 100 equals 317. And I would, so we got 317%. So now we'll go to the assignment problems. So instruction says express each percent as a fraction or mixed number in simplest form. So you get your fraction and then you reduce it, and as a decimal. If you can't reduce fractions still, then at least write the percent as a fraction out of 100 and write as a decimal. It's very easy. So 12%, percents are out of 100. So I write 12 out of 100. To get a fraction to be a decimal, you just put it in a calculator. This is 12 divided by 100. 12 divided by 100 equals 0.12. 0.12. If that's all you can do, then just do that. But if you want to reduce, which you should, like the instructions say to do, then you can apply your understanding of divisibility rules that we've gone over and over and over and over. 12 and 100 are both even, so I can divide them both by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 100 divided by 2 is 50. Now 6 and 50 are both still even numbers, so I can divide them by 2 again. 6 divided by 2 is 3 over 50 divided by 2 is 25. Okay, they're not both still even anymore. 3 and 25 are odd numbers. 3 does not fit evenly into 25, so that's reduced. Move on to the second problem. we have 5%. So again, we just write 5 out of 100. Put it in your calculator. 5 divided by 100, you'll get 0.05. I want to reduce. I know 5 and 100 are both divisible by 5 because they end in 5 or 0. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 100 divided by 5 is 20. Here we go. That one's done. Go look and see if there's any other types of instructions. So that's how you do this one. The next instructions that you have is to express each decimal or fraction as a percent. Round to the nearest percent, 10th percent if necessary. So remember, percents are out of 100. So I have 0.3. Remember the instructions say, you can just multiply it by 100 in your calculator. You get 30%. So what problem is that? 10. So I go to 10 and type 30%. Okay. Another way you could have done that is you could know your place value, and you could know that if I have one number here, it's in the tenths. If I have another number here, it's in the hundredths. So this would be 30 hundredths. And 30 hundredths is a nice number to look at when you're talking about percentages, because percents are out of 100. So you get 30%. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do a fraction. So if we have 3.255, we've got a decimal. I'm going to multiply it by 100 to get the percent. $325.5%. That's my answer. Right there. I don't remember what answer was that one. 13. 325.5%. Okay. Do another one that looks a little different. So if you have a fraction, turn it into a decimal, then you have your percentage. So let's do 16. 7 over 9. Put it in a calculator. 7 divided by 9 equals 0.777777777. We don't want to keep all of this since it's percents are out of 100. We just keep what's in the hundreds place. We could round that up because the number to the right of it tells us whether we round up or down. It's 5 and up, round up. So I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to write is for 16, 78%. If you wrote 77%, I'd still give you credit. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. If you still have problems with this, then come to class.